France and Saudi Arabia will convene a meeting of dozens of world leaders at the UN headquarters here in New York City later today. There is a global push to rally support for a two-state solution in the Middle East. Over the weekend, the UK, Canada, Australia and Portugal formally recognized a Palestinian state, and that is despite strong opposition from Israel and the US. Speaking with Face the Nation moderator Margaret Brennan, French President Emmanuel Macron said recognizing a Palestinian state was the only way to bring about a political solution to the ongoing conflict.
Recognizing a Palestinian state today is the only way to provide a political solution to a situation which has to stop.
CBS News foreign correspondent Ramy Inocencio joins us from London with more on this. Good morning, Ramy. Why are these countries making this push now specifically? Could it really change anything on the ground?
Yeah, Errol, for the British government, at least here, it says that there are two reasons. One is to protect what they say is the viability of a two-state solution. As we know, Israel's military keeps pounding the Gaza Strip, Gaza City, in the past several weeks, as we have been reporting, and as Israel's government tries to settle more land elsewhere in the occupied West Bank, actions there considered illegal under international law. The second reason, the British government says, is to create a path, it says, towards a lasting peace between Israel's and the Palestinians. It's been almost 2 years now since Hamas-led terrorists massacred more than 1,200 people in Israel. Since then, we now know at least 65,000 Gazans have been killed in Israeli strikes, according to Gaza authorities. And here in London, Errol, the de facto ambassador for the state of Palestine, who could actually be the official ambassador very soon, said that it's an historic day. He thanked the British government, but also said, after nearly 8 decades since the State of Israel's creation, that it is about time for Palestine. This is Hussam Zumlaut.
The question is why the UK has not recognized the State of Palestine until now, and the answer is where we are today. Because of the lack of this recognition, because of the lack of this foundational step, things have been left to fester all the way to genocide being committed in full view of the world.
He also said this should not be symbolic, but practical. As for real-world implications, Errol, as you asked, as long as the U.S. basically does not back Palestinian statehood at the UN Security Council, this will then not be reality. And just looking back over the decades, the U.S. has vetoed dozens of UN resolutions, at least indirectly linked to both Palestinian statehood or at least some kind of sovereignty.
And so we could expect Israel to reject this, but specifically, what is their response?
Yeah, Prime Minister Netanyahu and his far-right government, of course, are furious. He said, you are giving a huge what he said, reward to terrorism. He also said that Israel will fight this at the United Nations and bluntly that, quote, it will not happen, that a Palestinian state will not be established west of the Jordan River. We're also seeing lines out from Israel's foreign ministry echoing that message that the UK and others are legitimizing terror and undermining regional security. And now there is a new threat of action in response that we're seeing, not on Gaza, Errol, but on the occupied West Bank. Israel's security minister, far-right, Itamar Ben-Gvir, said that he will propose sovereignty in that region, and this would represent de facto annexation.
All right, important details to follow. Ramy, thank you very much.